Alright guys, that time the music going down means that we have a full lobby. We have both teams with all 6 members sitting on their sides. I imagine we'll be changing the um, map, but currently it's Temple of Anubis. I imagine that will definitely be changed to something else. We're still in the best of ones, guys. Again, the best of ones continue all the way until the quarterfinals. We have B.Fly taking on the side of, and I never updated this, I apologize guys, but it is Play of the Game Champ. I'm literally updating this just for a second as I'm literally about to change it. I apologize, I did not notice this as I was updating other things, and I failed to update this, and this is, I'm not behind, am I? This is the round of 32. Let me double check that, guys. Again, I apologize. One of the downsides of being both the caster, stream, producer, and everything else. And it looks like I can message admin. Hold on, I might need to help them sort of something real quick, guys. Let me mute my mic. Okay, so it looks like we had a slight reporting error, so I just want to make sure that the admins were aware of it so we could get the game going as soon as possible. But again, guys, we should be getting this to you. This is the Play of the Game Champs, or PotGChamps, basically PogChamp, with a I wish I had their emblem, but unfortunately I don't want to mess with that and mess up all the stream and stuff like that. But they do have a Hanzo with a Play of the Game Champ combo as their emblem, and then of course B.Fly is an up-and-coming amateur team in the EU scene. They're very strong, wink wink, looking for sponsors, and a very strong team that I've been casting a lot recently. They're able to take games off of some of the better teams in the EU scene, and definitely a name to be looking out for. So definitely be watching for them in brackets and such. And of course, if you guys haven't heard of Play the Game Champ, they are a team that is pretty new in some respects as far as their roster goes. But the players themselves are pretty experienced Overwatch players, and they have been showing very strong in recent tournaments. So definitely both teams to be watching out for. Both of these teams also critical that they win this match for their seeding going into the final June Cup. And all of that basically breakdown, right? Because at the end of the day, if you guys are not aware, you can type in ! standings to get more information on the cup. But the top 8 teams over the last 4 cups accruing points, first getting 100, second getting 75, third getting 60 and down, get those points, and then the top 8 teams get automatically given a spot / invited to the June Cup, as well as 4 of the remaining teams will be invited to play in that cup. And that is a 1,500 EU Cup distributed among the top 3 teams. Each of these Go4 Cups is a 150 EU, winner takes all, plus the points that I just broke down. But again, guys, if you want more information on that, you can easily just type in ! bracket in the chat. It'll bring you guys that. You can also type in, or ! standings for that. ! bracket will give you guys the bracket for this. And last shameless plug that I can get out for you guys is, of course, follow at ESL Overwatch for more information about their tournaments and Overwatch stuff. They are the ones hosting the $100,000 tournament in Gamescom in August, so give them a lot of love. It's awesome that they're already moving out and getting an official Blizzard tournament for us. I really appreciate that, and also the opportunity, give them some love, letting them know that you guys, if you guys enjoy my casting, that for letting me community cast these games. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter if you would like to have updates. I do not spam Twitter with stuff. I try not to. I try to keep my Twitter more towards the side of letting you guys know what I'm casting, when I'm casting, and of course updates about my Stratwatch series as well as other stuff. So that being said, guys, we are just waiting. I apologize for the talk watch. Let me check the bracket to see if Play the Game Champ, and it looks like, yeah, okay. Looks like everything should be good to go. Team's ready. Want to get the game started as soon as possible for you guys. I apologize. I'm going to avoid kicking it to music from this point, as once we are at this point of the broadcast, I like to make sure that, or at this point of the rambling, that I like to make sure that we definitely get the game for you guys and that I don't kick it to music. It's also easier for cutting the VODs because I cheat that way. I don't like to... makes it a lot easier. But teams do not appear to be ready yet. So the other thing that we can talk about is that if you guys are looking to get into the competitive scene, some of the things that you guys can do, of course, watch VODs, study VODs, look around for analysis videos such as my series called StratWatch. But also, one thing that I highly recommend is that you guys go out and start communicating and talking to competitive players and getting on the /r/competitive Overwatch, over.gg. There's a lot of great sites that you guys can look around and find more information to get into the competitive scene. Saved by the game. You guys don't have to listen to my rambling. I know that it is not the most entertaining thing. I would like to think that my rambling is somewhat entertaining, as I'd like to do this for a living, but I understand that at the end of the day that you guys aren't tuning in for a podcast. You guys are tuning in for some action, for a game, and we have Watch Point Gibraltar. Going to be our match, going to be our arena. This is where it'll be decided. Point A, or A here, basically. This is point 1 of the map. Ignore this point. It's basically automatically given up. You then move into what is known as the hangar phase, which is this area. 4 doors to enter, shuttle on top, 3 degrees of verticality, great setup for hit scan heroes, and then of course the outside playground that is known as the launch bay. You can use verticality heroes over here to the left to get up. You have the main push over here with this room over to the right side, as well as this catwalk, and then on to the launch pad. That being said, guys, we'll get into the actual introduction for the team. We have Play of the Game Champs going to be taking up the defense first, as they have Nacho Bro on a Mercy. Zarata is going to be picking up their Soldier. Lucio picked up by Odam. War Spirit going to be picking up their Junkrat. Zero G going to be picking up their Roadhog, and that leaves JPE on the Reinhardt. Over for the side of the offense, for the side of B.Fly, otherwise known as Banana Fly. We have Casper, chat favorite, going to be picking up a Mei, but most likely switching over to a Mercy. Outsider going to be over here on a Winston. Shadowburn picking up the Thera. Hypothermia on a Winston. Fisher going to be on the Ginshi, and that leaves Lucio to be picked up by Tininia, as he will be pushing that out as the second support. And thank you so much, guys, for your patience. Thank you so much for your viewership. I'm double checking the stream, but it looks like everything is good to go. I'm going to make sure I get the stopwatch started at a good time, and we are into the game. We're going to go ahead and follow out first on Shadowburn. Didn't mean to click on Casper. Shadowburn will be on this Pharah. Of course, it is critical for him. We'll be also watching on Pharah. Of course, this Genji is one of the best Genjis in the world right now, in my opinion. He's definitely a player to be watching out for regardless of how B.Fly is doing. This player on this hero is something you want to watch out for. Of course, they are going to be taking this first point, and we are going to be switching over to him. This looks like to be similar to the break that C9 has been doing, where they're setting up over here to the left. Going to be using most of their tanks down on the low ground. Now they're going to be pushing up actually with the Winston. It is double Winston actually. Outsider and Hatch going to be picking up the double Winston, as they are going to be pushing up into the background, into the back of the server room. Meanwhile, Genji in the front is pushing forward. Zero G did get that critical pick on Casper though with that hook, and that will make it a lot harder for the offense to continue pushing here. RaptorZ as well, where Zarta is going to be getting a kill on Outsider, making it even harder for the offense to get going. We're going to go over to Zarta as he is pushing forward with that Soldier, getting set up on the catwalk. Looking to get a good angle, already landing immediate dinks onto Shadowburn, aka headshots, but gonna go ahead and eat a rocket from him as he pushes back. Game gonna stall it a little bit, guys, as B.Fly looks to get their next push set up. They're going to be going with the double Winston and most of their mobility heroes over here onto this high ground into the observatory room using those bubbles. Now pushing forward is most of the team. It looks like Pharah. Actually, War Spirit, though, gets a double kill, taking out Outsider and Fisher. Resurrection being forced out here by Casper. And now we're going to be switching over to Casper or Fisher as he has that blade, but he is going to be taken out by Zero G. Zartaz and War Spirit going off right now. We're going to be switching over to War Spirit as he has that tire, looking to get a kill with it, but it doesn't look like he's really going to need it, as there is only really the Winston left. Winston getting cleaned up by Zero G, and this offense seems to be pretty much cleaned up. Server room strategy working very effectively right now for the side of Play the Game Champs. If you're a fan of B.Fly, you're a fan of this team, you would definitely want to see them figure it out and do it right now. As of course, Outsider is going to be switching over here to a Soldier. They have a fair bit of time, but the longer it takes, the easier it is for the next offense from Zartaz to go ahead and cap the first point. Good shots coming out from Outsider, but an even better hook from Zero G. This man is on fire right now with this Roadhog. We're going to go ahead and give you guys some first person on him, as he has not been missing many of these hooks at all. In fact, most of his hooks have been pretty much critical to winning this game, and he almost lands the one on Mercy right there. So close, but missing it. And now we are going to have Zero G looking for another pick, another hook. Not too much going on. B.Fly taking their time. This is a smart decision. I like this, as they don't want to just keep throwing all their lives and all of their time into pushes that are failing. They want to kind of back up, figure out where they're going, and get it figured out in that respect. Shadowburn going to be looking for the shots onto the Roadhog, getting hooked. Does get taken out again by Zero-G. Zero-G, this man is just on a mission, landing hook after hook and then getting the great finishing. He's never missing his combo. Now going to be looking for Casper. Casper does dodge the hook. Now going to be flying around trying to dodge most of these shots. Tinya is going to get trapped up and stalled up and taking a lot of damage. War Spirit going to get a double kill off of that. Does die in the end. Resurrection coming out for the side of the offense. That's Casper using it, but he does go down to Zartaz. And now Zero-G is going to be ripping out the whole hog, doing a lot of damage. Happy Thermia goes down. And the side of B.Fly is kind of reeling right now as they're getting pushed back. Fisher going to have to fall back, and so is Tinya as they push back. Now it looks like the side of Play of the Game Champ going to back up and set up in the server room again. Consolidating the defenses. 3 ultimates for the side of the defense available. They do have a Junkrat tire. They do have a Sights available. And of course they have the Resurrection over for the side of the offense. There's really not that much available. Shadowburn close though to his. He needs to avoid getting hooked here. He does get trapped up there. Popping that Wraith for him though at the right time. Going to keep him alive. He is very close to his Death Blossom. Going to be picking up this health pack. Now looking for more kills. It's critical of this. Death Blossom does a lot, and he looks like to be ripping out a pretty good one, as it is going to clean up 2 kills. Now looking to get the 3rd as he's looking at this Junkrat. Now Fisher ripping out the Dragon Blade. Going to be getting 1, maybe 2 kills. Looking for a 3rd. He's hunting down the Lucio. It's going to take out Odam, but this Resurrection coming out from the side of Nacho Bro, picking up 3 of the members of the defense. This might be the push that B.Fly was looking for to actually get it going. They're spawning short, and they look like to be switching up heroes, as Happy Thermia is able to take out Zero-G. Payload moving without much too much unabated action. And it looks like it will be a cap, guys. So here we go. B.Fly going to be moving forward. That was a cap at 432. It took them a fair bit of time to actually get it. Pushing forward is Fisher, trying to zone them back. Doing everything they can. Pushing forward. Winston popping into that Primal Rage. Good deflect. 2 kills so far. Shadowburn with 1. We're going to be switching over to him as he's going off on this low ground. And as soon as we switch to him, Fisher gets a kill on top of the shuttle on Zero-G. Shadowburn going to be hunting down the soldier, but not able to get him. It looks like the top of the shuttle, though, is so far controlled by the side of the defense. They have a Mercy and a Rhino up there doing the best they can. Soldier going to be pushing back that Zartaz, doing a lot of damage. And there's actually a Dragon Blade coming out from Fisher. He gets taken out immediately after using it, though. Meanwhile, checking up on the cart, Hapathermia and team doing a good job pushing it. We're on Shadowburn, low health, going to be picking up this health pack. Now going to be looking for more kills. Does get cleaned up though. Great push forward from the side of the defense as they're moving in as a team. Play of the Game Champ looking to stall it up here into the hangar phase. They don't want to give up any more space if they could avoid it. Of course, B.Fly looking to continue forward. Sights are available. There is a hammer down from Apothermia, but it doesn't do that much. Great absorption from the defense of JPE, and now the sights coming out from Zartaz. They're pretty big, but they don't end up getting that much in the end. He sees 3 targets, but one of them ends up backing off. And now the defense is going to be able to stall back up again, and B.Fly going to be looking at the drawing boards to figure something out again. Shadowburn pushing forward with the Reinhardt. Fire going out from the top of the shuttle. We're going to switch to Zartaz. He has a good position here. This is a very classic setup, pretty much the setup right now. And we actually have a Deadeye coming out from the side of War Spirit. Will it do a fair bit? It doesn't look like to do that much yet, as there's 2 kills already for the side of the offense coming out. Fisher going to be one of them, as a die coming out from Zero-G, though, doing absolutely massive damage. Resurrection, though, from Casper, critical, as they might be able to turn this fight around. If they're going to, it would be off the back of this Resurrection. Deflection coming out from Fisher, dueling up onto the soldier, needs to get this kill. Fisher's low, he goes for the Dragon Blade, but he ends up dying in the middle of it, as Zartaz is able to take him out. Pocky Mercer keeping him alive, as Zero-G takes out another kill, 2 for Zartaz, as they're able to clean up all of the offense, and B.Fly again going to the drawing board, not being able to do that much. B.Fly, they need to figure something out here for themselves, as they're not having the best offenses. They're getting stalled up here in the hangar phase. 2 of their last offenses completely stalled up, and they are trying to use ultimates to get it done, so they aren't going into fight just to build ultimates. They are looking to go for full fights here. So B.Fly needs to figure something out. They aren't changing up their comp too much, and I don't blame them, because their comp is fine against what they're dealing with. It's just that they need to execute. Dragon Blade is available, so we need Fisher to get a lot done here. That's how they capped the previous point, and there it is. Dragon Blade going out. Look for him to hunt on this Mercy. 1-2 slashes. Nacho Bros go down, and now we're going to hunt down onto War Spirit. Takes him out. More kills needed, and they haven't found him yet, as 2 come out from the side of the defense. War Spirit and JPA. Tinya are going to be picking up the 3rd for the offense, as Zero-G is really one of the only ones left. He does have a Death Blossom available, though, and he might be ripping that out any moment. moment, and he does. He gets one with it, but does get taken out by Fisher. Again, Fisher being critical here. His Genji play is some of the best in the world right now. Doing a lot of damage, hopping around. Going to be deflecting this high noon. Does deflect it back into the eyes of that McCree, but it doesn't actually end up doing that much as he does get flashbang and taken out. And the side defense going to be cleaning this up. Here's the Roadhog outsider, one of the last ones really left alive. We're going to stay on RaptorZ as he pushes forward, trying to do even more damage. And the defense is going to go ahead and stabilize here with a minute 05 left on the clock. And B.Fly not looking to have the best opportunity here against Play of the Game Champ, as the stall from them is just absolutely terrifying. Hanger face looking very clean from Play of the Game Champ. B.Fly, again, they haven't changed up their lineup too much, but I don't want them to strictly change it up. I feel like they can break it with what they got. They just need to pull it off. Push forward from Shadowburn, and Fisher going to take out RaptorZ. That's critical. However, War Spirit UK going to be taking out Hypothermia. He does go down to Fisher in the end, and now Outsider in the background taking on the Zero-G, the Reaper of Zero-G, but he does go down as he doesn't have access to his ammo, as he was out of ammo in his clip, but he's going to be ripping out the whole hog after the resurrection. Now going to be doing a lot of damage onto that barrier, ripping it out. Going to be going on to the Roadhog. Reinhardt is charging forward, doing a lot of damage to him, taking him out, and it looks like War Spirit's really one of the only ones left at this point. He is down to 50 HP, and it looks like B.Fly might actually be able to take it and stabilize here, as they do have the Pharah coming up from above. They have Fisher in the background taking out the Mercy. Nacho Bro going to go down, and now he's going to be looking to take out the Reaper. He does have Deflect available in his back pocket. Going to do a fair bit of damage to that Reaper, and they will go ahead and cap the point. So B.Fly given a breath of fresh air here as they look to be able to take the last point. Actually, a series of kills coming out from the offense as they're able to take out 3. Shadowbird, Fisher, and Hypothermia taking out 1. Zero-G and JPE is respectively. We're going to be switching over to War Spirit UK as he does have a Deadeye available. He's going to be critical to their defense here. And the game ain't over yet, guys. Of course, this is a close game. B.Fly and Play the Game Champ, both of them around the same skill level in pretty much every respect. It's just a question of which one's going to come out on top here, which one's going to step up at the end. And right now it looks like to be the side of B.Fly stepping up on their offense, but they haven't been able to cap it very effectively, as this Deadeye is doing a fair bit, but not zoning, but not much damage. Zero-G going to take out Fisher, and Hypothermia taking out JPE. So far, a pretty even answer, as we do have a Tactical Visor being activated from the side of RaptorZ, but he goes down critically during it. He did take out Casper through it, though, and that might be what the defense needs to get this stabilized here. We do have Shadowburn ripping out the Rocket Barrage. She does go down during it, though, to RaptorZ, who got brought up by the resurrection of Nacho Bro. Now the Dragon Blade coming out from Fisher, going to be looking to change the course of this fight, as that Dragon Blade is a massive ult, but he's missing pretty much every slash right now. Unfortunately, not able to get the kind of look he wanted with that. Going to be taken out, though, by JPE, and Zero-G taking out Hypothermia. And now the defense going to have to, or now the offense going to have to reset up here. As I say that, Casper getting a pretty good resurrection on his team. Casper still, or Fisher still alive in the background, as well as with this Reinhardt of Hypothermia. They're zoning him back. They're killing multiple, and it looks like they might be able to actually take this point. The resurrection, though, from Nacho Bro doing a lot, bringing up a lot of the defendant members, but the kill feed is just going all red right now, as Fisher is in the background, able to get onto the Mercy, able to clear up RaptorZ now with Shadowburn with that direct rocket, and now the whole hog going to be zoning him back. No way that they can get onto the point. 1 meter remains, and it looks like they are going to go ahead and cap it, guys, with an offensive time of 10:47. Very clear match. Very clean match in a lot of ways. But Play the Game Champ has lots of opportunity to get this cap in, as they have 10 minutes and 45 seconds to execute their offense. Play of the game going to Nacho Bro on his Mercy. Very strong play by him. Not surprised to see a resurrection here. 2-man resurrection, but not too much more than that, as it looks like he was able to damage Zero-G, and that's really what did it, healing him up as well. Great play coming out from the side of Play the Game Champ, as we'll go ahead and update the titles and swap them around. B.Fly will be aggressing, or defending, I apologize, and Play the Game Champ will be aggressing. They need to beat a time of 10:48. Edit layout. We want to update this to 10:48 for you guys. And I apologize if it seems like I'm kind of not talking as much during this end game. I want to go ahead and use this as an opportunity to rest my voice. That was a pretty long game, and I won't have as much time in between the games to get as much water as I would necessarily desire, so I will be keeping the commentary a little bit more to the analysis and slow paced at the beginning here at the beginning, guys. But again, we saw a server room hold come out from the side of Play the Game Champ, and this is something that I'm going to be covering in my next Strat Watch, is Gibraltar, so I'm excited to see how the server room breakdown goes for this next set of the offense for B.Fly, and if they're able to take it. Again, we do want to see Banana Fly stall it up. At the very least, we could go to a tiebreaker, but at the very most likely, it will just come down to whether or not Play of the Game Champ is able to effectuate their offense.
My friends, that's resources standing around. There's glory to be won.
Mike is unmuted. Water has been drank. And here we go, guys. We'll be getting into the game. Defensive setup seems to be pretty standard. No Symmetra for the side of the defense. We have seen Symmetra in the last weekend pretty much disappear from the meta on Gibraltar. I haven't obviously been able to watch the OG Invitational games today as I am casting right now, but I will be watching them later for the rest of them. But yesterday's games, we pretty much saw one Symmetra. I think we didn't even see a Symmetra on Gibraltar. I think we saw all Lucios in all the Gibraltar games. And then specifically for on the Alienware before, we did see one Symmetra from the side of Luminosity, but really we haven't seen too much Symmetra on server room defenses. They tend to be preferring the Mercy because what you can do with the Mercy, or sorry, with the Lucio, because the Lucio can speed boost out the defense out of the server room. You can collapse onto the payload as it's cresting the hill, and then they can do a lot of damage. Zero G going to be pushing forward on that Pharaoh, looking for some picks on the rockets. Fisher doesn't get tagged up quite yet. We will go ahead and start on Fisher, as he will be using that soldier in the position of the old meta where Widow used to be, and just picking away using this observation window to gain information.
Feeling spry.
And of course I desire water. Water is good. I desire hydration. First point going to be taken by the offense. No surprise there. Of course, that is just given up pretty much ubiquitously in every single high skill match. And we will have the Winston jumping in as the 1-1-1 hero choice from Play of the Game Champ. Fisher going to be dueling up onto this Winston, able actually to outduel War Spirit, taking him out. Now going to be taking on the Pharaoh with a Pocket Mercy. This is a bit of a brave decision as he should be focusing onto the Mercy, but he is going to be going on to Zero G, missing most of his shots so far, but decent tracking. He actually is able to get the double rocket into the Fire Strike. What a great combo, and I apologize for starting the stopwatch late, guys, but we started about a minute late. And hot damn, that Fisher play right there. Great rocket from him. He was missing the tracking a little bit when that Mercy was pocketing Zero G, but hitting most of the shots from that point on and doing a lot of damage. We'll go ahead and see how the offense chooses to aggress next, as they do have some of their heroes going to the left side. Again, they look like to be pushing into the observer room with War Spirit as he looks to zone out that soldier. Hook coming out though from outside, are going to get flashbanged up, stall it up. Now he's going to be jumping down with that whole log, doing a lot of damage. 2 kills for the side of B.Fly so far, as Happy Thermia and Shadowburn going to be cleaning them up. Outsider with the third, and now War Spirit going to be able to take out Casper finally, but Shadowburn taking out another, and now it looks like Outsider as well going to be able to pick up a kill. Shadowburn with the last one, and we're going to be switching over to Shadowburn, guys. This last fight, Shadowburn doing a lot of damage, just absolutely cleaning house, getting a total of 4 or 5 kills. Of course, we were in that overhead view, guys. I want to give you guys a good mixture so you can see the action and how the teams are aggressing, how they play, not only on an individual basis, but on the multiple heroes, or on the overhead view. Shadowburn looking to get a flank here with this Death Blossom. He's going to be teleporting into the shadow room, or server room. Interesting decision there, but he's going to be boosted around. Looks like he's going to be ripping out the Death Blossom. Going to be getting the Mercy, and actually 3 total. Going to Pharaoh, the Mercy, and the McCree now going to be jumping down and taking out the Lucio. Great play from Shadowburn. That, oh man, that Death Blossom is so well used and so well timed. He hit that first target, cleaned up the McCree, then he hit the Mercy, and just absolutely dominated. Oh, what an absolutely disgusting play from Shadowburn. Gonna help stall the defense again, and with the 2 minutes and 43 seconds basically used up, they are going to be stalling up most of the offense on the first point here. Again, the stopwatch is important, guys, and I apologize for starting it late, but if they're unable to push past the first point, it's completely irrelevant what the stopwatch is. Zero G taking a Fire Strike already, taking a lot of damage, and there's actually going to be a whole hog. It does get interrupted critically by Zartaz. We're going to have the sights coming out from Fisher. They cleaned up quite a bit. He gets a double kill, and now Shadowburn is switching over to him as he's going to clean up this Lucio, chasing down Odam, and Odam is going to get cleaned up, and that's another offensive push completely cleaned up, as we will see the defense stabilizing. If you guys are a fan of B.Fly, this is what you want to be seeing. Of course, their offense was not having the best time at the beginning. The server room strategy is very strong. There are pretty much 2 ways to break it. You can do contain and then bust, or you can do bust straight up. Doesn't look like either option so far is working for the side of the offense. We'll see if Play of the Game Champ can figure it out, whether or not they'll be able to take this game. Again, guys, this will decide going into the round of 16, part of the upper bracket. Melty Esports is up here as well as a few other teams, but these are the 2 teams to watch out for in this part of the bracket. Flank coming out from Shadowburn. They're going to be going for a full bust. That's the side of the offense into the server room. There's a The Death Blossom coming out doing a fair bit of damage, but RaptorZ does critically get off his High Noon, doing a lot of damage. Outside are going to end up going down, but we do have Fisher still alive. He's still alive. Resurrection coming out. We're going to be switching over to Fisher as he was alive this whole time, getting a lot of tracking, as well as those shots going to be cleaning up War Spirit UK, as well as Nacho Bro. There goes 0G, goes down. Oh damn, and War Spirit, and that's going to be another cleaned up offense as the side of B.Fly, looking like their defensive play on Gibraltar is very strong. And I apologize. We'll go ahead and fix that. I apologize for that. Guys, I need to tune down Death Blossom. I need to go ahead and tune down Mobot settings for that. I really do apologize. Fisher going to be looking around here for the shots. Shadowburn, of course, setting up in this flank. We'll be following him real quick. As a Shadowburn, this is what Cloud9 likes to do a lot with Sure 4. He'll sit up here with his Reaper and flank when they jump down, as well as obviously you have a few other plays available to you. You can flank around here onto the catwalk and go onto them as they're pushing through the catwalk. Yeah, exactly. If it's any McCree player, it has to be Volatile. So Shadowburn at 50% of his charge. And there we go. He's going to be pushing forward. We actually do have Zartaz switching over to a Widowmaker. I didn't call that out, so I was apologizing for a few things. Need to stop doing that. Shadowburn going to get healed up. Again, looking for that Death Blossom. We'll go ahead and switch to the overhead view so you guys can see the offense a little bit better. You can see Mercy is, Widowmaker's gone down to the bottom. Going to be chased down here by the Reaper. Shadowburn does take him out. And now the offense is critically down. Remember, with a minute 36 left, they don't really have that much opportunity to get an offense going. And it looks like B.Fly might be able to take this match. Shots ringing out from the outsider of that Roadhog, doing a lot of damage. Breaking up that barrier. Now it looks like the offense is going to be cleaned up. Shadowburn ripping out a massive Death Blossom. We saw it on the top right if you watch the health bars. Doing a lot of damage, and now the defense is going to be pushing into that Earth Shatter, cleaning up most of play of the game champ. They got stunned up, and now they're getting pushed back, cleaned up into their spawn. And we didn't have much action going on, guys, but I am sorry for the random hype there, the hype coming out of nowhere, but play of the game champ needs to take this point. They need to get moving right now if they're going to win this match, and they're going to move on in the tournament. This is so important for both of these teams to make it into the top 8, to make it in the final tournament, the June final cup tournament, but they're not able to do it. Shadowburn doing such a good job with that Death Blossom. I caught it at the end. He did a ton of damage with it, absolutely eviscerating the offense. Now play of the game champ. 40 seconds left. They need to get something going, guys. The hype is getting real. Fisher's got some sights. Outsider's going to rip the whole hog, doing a lot of damage. There's a die coming out from the offense. That was War Spirit UK doing a fair bit of damage, but Fisher critically still has the sights available. They might be able to clean up Casper before he gets the resurrection, but he does get the resurrection. Both sides actually using it, and now the fight's going to continue out as Shadowburn's going to get the better of the duels of the Reapers, and they're going to push out the offense as they're cleaning him up. 57 HP on Shadowburn. He's going to be able to pick up that health pack and heal up. Fisher still has the sights. He hasn't needed to use them yet. He does go down to JPE as they're pushing forward. The offense may be getting a little bit of teeth, a little bit of opportunity, but Death Blossom available, and with the kill feed going partially blue. Actually, no, Happy Thermia getting a lot. Yes, that's going to be B.Fly most likely cleaning this up. There's a Death Blossom to pretty much guarantee it. 0G misses the flashbang, not interrupting it. And B.Fly will be advancing into the round of 16. Give your PogChamps for B.Fly, as there's pretty much no opportunity here for Play of the Game Champ to make it. And again, Play of the Game Champ. Oh, man. Oh, man. Great plays coming out from B.Fly. Congratulations to them giving me your PogChamps. Again, we'll be saying, and unfortunately saying goodbye to Play of the Game Champs as they go down. But B.Fly wins out. They're going to be moving on to the round of 16. Disgusting play from them. Specifically, I want to highlight Shadowburn in that game. He was my MVP. Great Reaper play, getting in all the right places. Of course, the chat MVP is Casper. Your Mercy play is basically your crux along with your Reinhardt. If you don't have a good Mercy, you're going to fall apart. If you have a good Mercy, you're going to do well. So you live and die by those two heroes. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is the ESL Go4 Overwatch Cup number 4. We just watched B.Fly take out Play the Game Champ, moving on into the round of 16. Congratulations to B.Fly, and again, sorry to Play the Game Champs. They will be dropping out, and sorry to their fans. Hopefully we'll be seeing more action from them, as they are a strong team and definitely lots of opportunity for them. If you guys are interested in more information for this tournament, you can type in !bracket or !standings to get information for the tournament, as well as the standings for the June Cup. The next Cup will be on the following weekend and should be the monthly finals for 1500 EU, but we are playing for 150 EU today, guys. That was the round of 32. We'll be moving into the round of 16 next. Again, also follow @ESL Overwatch for more information. I really appreciate your guys' viewership. If you've enjoyed my casting, you can follow me on Twitter at RaptorZOW. That's my Twitter handle, as well as it really helps me out to find more events to cast, as well as if you guys are looking to learn Overwatch and get into Overwatch, do follow my, or subscribe to my YouTube, because I have the VODs there from all of these tournaments, as well as my series Strat Watch that breaks down Overwatch and tries to give you guys an understanding of these competitive games, these competitive matches, plays, comps, etc. And if you guys do watch it, help spread around to your friends, as I'm trying to grow the series and be a better content creator and caster myself. So, and of course, guys, feedback is always welcome. I haven't said that once today, but your guys' feedback is 100% welcome. If you guys have thoughts on my casting, ideas, whatever, I do want to know so I can improve and so I can bring you guys better casts for these games. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and kick it to some music so I can get you guys the next game, get rehydrated, and get ready to go ahead and get the next cast for you guys. Again, thank you so much. I am RaptorZOW, and this is the ESL Go4 Cup number 4, round of 32, coming up next.